I swear, these guys are just soaking up the bullets like nothing anymore. I need to get back to the Warwick Homestead and help those people. There's so many of these guys around. This is crazy. And this guy just doesn't want to go down. Alright, I gotta keep myself together. Gotta keep myself alive. Alright, he's done. I hear something in the distance. There's something around here still. It must be up here. Longfellow, where are you? Alright, I'm hearing him somewhere. Oh, here we are. Leave that man alone. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, we need to get back to Warwick Homestead as soon as possible.
Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. We are in Warwick Homestead this time around. I was going to go back to Outpost Simonja and work on that, but I got a notice that Warwick Homestead was getting attacked, and I came down here and died multiple times. They completely destroyed the little bit of defense and the water that I put up. They destroyed a lot of the food. So in this video, I decided I'm going to make a quick build just to get Warwick Homestead back on its feet so that I can go back and continue what I was doing beforehand. But we already lost a couple of the settlers that were in this location. I think we had like 7 people. Now we're down to 4. And I don't have all the material that I need, so I'm going to put out what I can. And then when right there. Okay, I need to get some more stuff. I want to go and grab some more materials, and then I'm going to be coming back here. And just give me a couple minutes, and you'll see me coming back. Alright, so we're back again, and I just grabbed up a bunch of material from different locations. It's raining, and I don't know how well this video is going to sound because it is hot as heck where I'm at. So I'm in a different room with the air conditioner that actually seems to be holding its own against this heat. But anyway, yes, for this video today, it's just going to be a quick build. And what I mean about quick build is I'm going to do the very basic stuff. I'm not going to make it like immersive. I'm not going to put everything like in a nice position or anything. I'm just going to get everything that needs to be in the settlement to help them survive in the settlement, basically. So right now, I got to put a whole lot of defense. We are at the southern end of the map, and as you go down on the Fallout 4 map, the enemies get stronger. Therefore, you're going to need more and more defense the farther south you go. The Warwick Homestead is southeast of the map. So I believe the easiest part of the map is the northwest, and I believe that the hardest part of the map is the southeast. And that's minus the DLCs, of course. But anyway, while we're here, like I'm trying to get the defense very high. Like I'm looking at over 200. And I'm going to be using a lot of the heavy machine gun turrets as well as some of the, I guess, light machine gun turrets. And because we are so low on this map, I am also going to put a couple missile turrets in here. And once again, I'm going to say I apologize. The sound, I'm not going to really be able to see or hear exactly how it sounds until I've already posted this video. So if the sound quality is terrible, I apologize. I'll do something different in the next video and try to take care of that problem. Alright, so yeah. So I'm just putting a bunch of machine gun turrets all over the place. I believe that the enemies, they spawn kind of right in front of where the Warwick Homestead has their mute fruits. And I don't know exactly where they walk from to get to the Warwick Homestead. But I do know is if you fast travel from one place to another, you will find the enemies just kind of sitting in the middle of the mute fruit field. I am a little bit low on steel, so what I'm going to do instead of going back in town to get some more stuff, I'm just going to put a store here. I want to have one of the people running it, because they have 24 units of food, and there's only 4 of them left, so they really don't need that many people on food. So what I'm going to do is, with each, if I remember correctly, with each character, with each person that's in the settlement, each settler needs 1 unit of food at the bare minimum. So if you have 6 settlers, you'll have like 5 doing one thing, whether it's being, running a market or being defense or whatever. Then you have 1 person on food if they have their max amount of food that they can make, which is 6 units of food. That's 1 unit of food per person in the settlement, and that's at the bare minimum what you need. We have 4 people here. All 4 of these people are working food. In reality, we only need 1 person working food, but we're going to have 3 people working the food. We're going to have 1 person working the junk store. And then right here, I'm just going to bring this weapons store out, and I'm just going to do that quick exploit a couple times, where you just kind of go from the left to the right on your button pad. Slide your thumb from X to B and hold down the B button on the Xbox controller, or slide your thumb from square to circle and hold down the circle button on the PlayStation controller. And then you press X on the PlayStation controller to accept the storing and scrapping whatever it is that you just put down. And when with the Xbox controller, it's just while you're holding the B button, you press the A button, and it does the same thing. So what's frustrating is that there's water all over this place, and there's really not much of area where you can put water purifiers, which I don't understand why the programmers made these certain settlements like that. And if you have natural water near you, I don't know why they like to cut it out. I guess just to make it a little more challenging, but that's fine. I'm going to be putting just some water purifiers. I'm going to be using some larger ones that require some power, and I'm just going to be using some of the water purifying pumps, because they're just low maintenance, and they'll stick around a little bit better because they'll still run without any power. I'm just going to pick up some steel really quick from Janie here, and maybe I'll get some wood as well. Probably use some concrete, and I don't know if we're going to really need anything else. And in this video, it's going to be a shorter video, because I am not going to take extra time to prettify this settlement today. I just kind of have to get it up and running. I also noticed that the beds in this settlement are somewhat glitched out, which is kind of a common problem. The slugs beds glitch out too, to where even if the beds are inside and they're covered by a roof of some sorts, they're still thinking that they're outside in the open, and that brings down the happiness of the settlement. So to avoid, or to get, navigate around that bug, you have to make new beds, and then you have to tell people to actually assign a bed to them. And that's the only way you can get around that glitch, because you can't, when a bed is bugged out in the game, most of the time you can actually scrap the beds, but if the beds are bugged out, you can't. I don't know if that's going to affect every settlement, but rule of thumb, if that happens and there's beds in a settlement that you're trying to build and you can't scrap them, then there's something wrong with the programming of that bed. So just be on the safe side. You make your own beds for whatever settlers are there, and then you assign them to the new beds, and that bypasses that issue. These are the missile turrets I'm going to be using, and what's our defense? 259. That's a good start. Now I'm just going to put some of these smaller water pumps around. I'm probably just going to put them in the corner over here. And each of these little pumps, they produce about 3 units of water. Not a whole lot, but they don't require electricity either, and they're easy maintenance. So if they do get destroyed, you can easily patch them up usually without too much of a problem. But yeah, this settlement got hit real hard, so I'm just kind of doing a fast build here, just to try to get them, on the right track. These are the beds I'm talking about, or I was talking about earlier. I tried to scrap them, and they're not going anywhere. They may or may not work. I don't know for sure. So, just out of caution, I'm going to put new beds in here for everyone. And if the happiness continues to go up, I mean, with this amount of food, this amount of power, this amount of water, there shouldn't be much of an issue with 4 people in one settlement to go pretty close to 100% happiness in a little while. These beds, I'm just going to I want to use the newer beds so I can decipher a little bit easier between the ones that I put in and the ones that have been there already, because I don't want to mess up assigning these people to these beds and assign them to the old beds instead of the new ones. So I'm just going to use a different style new bed for them. And I'm not going to make this pretty. I'm not putting it, in their own separate rooms or anything. Like I said, this is just one of those quick, because I'm trying to work and prettify another settlement. But, because this leader is the benevolent leader and wants to always make sure that people are safe and sound, we're just going to do a little bit of a quick build. Now, if I was using an evil character, for say, heck, I would probably just kill everyone in this location, just put, a bunch of my own personal settlers in there, and probably do a bunch of chem dispensers or something, but I would have to finish the Nuka World DLC to get them. But anyway, that's for another time. This is pretty much done. I'm gonna put a couple seats out for these people that they're just kind of sitting there, and I don't like that there's a fire pit that's not lit. So I can use an exploit, using a pillar or a post, whatever you want to call it, to put another fire pit over the one that's already there. You try to do it normally, it doesn't work. So you set it aside, and then when you set it aside, you just get yourself a post. Let's try it with the ashtray. I don't think this is going to work. If this doesn't work, we're going to use a post. And I didn't want to bring that bench with me, so that bench can go somewhere else. Let's see if this works. You know what? That works. So I don't really have to use a post. So, the ashtray is fine. You take an ashtray and you can just move it like you do when you're trying to fit a door into a spot that it doesn't want to go into. I'm going to put these benches back in place, and this Brahmin's kind of annoying. Alright, that doesn't look too bad, and I kind of want to put some sort of overhang or something over there. Kind of make it look like a little hangout. So I'm thinking maybe a wooden backdrop of some sorts, and then some sort of heavy ceiling, like a cement ceiling or something. And then I'm going to use some posts to make it look like it's supported by them. Let me get this gun out the way. You know what? I'm going to put it in the line of where I think the enemies kind of spawn when they show up at this location. That's why I have all these turrets kind of bunched in the one spot, because I think that's where the enemies show up. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I see, it looks like that's roughly about where they come into. And let me just try to put a little bit of defense next to the only power generator that we have. I mean, it's the big guy. It'll probably take a few hits, but still, once that generator goes down, that means all the missile turrets are going to go down, and defense is going to go down, and then we might have a problem. But anyway, let's do the cement ceiling. And you know what? I'm just going to start there because that wants to stick, and the rest of it doesn't. And I'm just going to kind of build it out a little bit. This Brahmin is getting in my way. I'm going to put some feeders or something in this settlement as well for the Brahmin, so that they kind of get out of my way, because I am trying to build a little hangout spot here. let me get some posts real quick so that this doesn't look like it's just floating all crazy. Right about there, and one about here, and one roughly about there, and another one, I guess, somewhere in the middle here. That works. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let me bring that up just a little bit so it's actually kind of clicking in there. And I'm also going to go and find the Brahmin feeders. I believe they're in resources and miscellaneous. Yeah, 3 down from resources and miscellaneous, you'll find the Brahmin feed trowel. I'll put a couple of these down, and you should see that Brahmin that has the pack on its back should start walking over to, yep, there he goes. Or she, probably she. I think they got udders. But anyway, so that Brahmin's going to kind of be out the way a little bit, as long as it doesn't get stuck underneath the freaking ceiling that I put up. And do I want to put a ceiling here? You know what, that doesn't look too bad. I'll put another post down on this corner over here to kind of make it look like it's supported a little bit better. And, you know, maybe one somewhere in the middle on this side. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, maybe I'll put one more over here. I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to put another wall up. Let me see what that looks like. Nah, you know what? I'm going to keep it open. This bench looks a little bit too close to the fire. Let me back that up a little bit. And looks all right. Stupid Brahmin. All right. That doesn't look too bad. Let me put an ashtray in this corner here, because there's an ashtray in the other corner, so I might as well put an ashtray on here. Really make this kind of look like a little hangout setup. And yeah, why not? Let's put a cigarette box machine out somewhere so they can go and grab their smokes if there is any in there. And we'll add a burn barrel to this side, just to give it a little more light. And they are out of the rain, so maybe maybe they'll appreciate it. But yeah, this is about where I'm going to leave this settlement. If you want me to do more on this settlement, leave a comment saying True Homestead, and if I get enough of those comments, I will rebuild this and make it look a little bit nicer. Anyway, thanks for your time. I hope you appreciate the video, and I will catch you later. Bye now.